Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. Mm-hmm. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not. Me too.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the State of the League podcast, the only NBA podcast where we know ahead of time that this is going to be the worst episode we've ever put out. I'm your host, Jack, aka Jokic Joestar. With me, as always, the world famous Pablo Escobar. Pablo, I know how you're doing today. Do you want to relate it to the audience at all?
This is one of the worst days of my life. I logged on to Riverside to record. Nothing has changed. I don't mess with any settings. I don't do anything on my computer. The computer decided my mic doesn't get to work. It works on the mixer. It works. The computer recognizes it as an option. It says, "Hey, select your mic that you use every single week. Pick that one." I pick it. Doesn't work. So I've been reduced to using my phone. It's like the Ballmobile days. But now I can't even use the old headphones that I used to use because they'll scratch against my sweater. And now the only option is to just it's like I'm talking on FaceTime, but it's not FaceTime audio. On FaceTime you could click a button that says speaker, put it on like you're talking on speakerphone. No, I have to put it like just a regular phone call. So and my hearing's already going. So
I'm telling you, do you have voice memos on your phone?
On my phone, yeah.
Well, maybe there's a way if you could like hit record on voice memo on your phone, and then we were still in the Riverside call like we are right now. It would you could have the locally recorded voice memo thing with the phone audio, and then you would just be able to hear me on the computer. But I guess that'd be kind of hard. I don't know.
That sounds annoying to edit.
Well, this is already fucking. Wait, whatever. It won't be that annoying. I don't give a shit. We'll have it sorted out for the Patreon members. We would never subject them to this tomorrow, but
hopefully it'll work tomorrow for no reason again.
Yeah, I mean, truly, I'm telling you, you got to get a mixer with an SD card. That's really the problem.
My mixer has a guitar on it. I'm pretty sure it's not the mixer's fault.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying if the mixer and a guitar is not important. When have you ever played the guitar on this fucking show?
It's guitar is the most important sound. So this is the best mixer for it.
Hey, whatever. My computer let me pick my mic today, so what do I know? I picked my coffee mug. Pablo. I chose my most Pablo pilled coffee mug. It's a little cat.
I have one like that, but he has no body. It's just his head. It was a bad choice. It's kind of hard to drink out of.
Excuse me. This one is nice because this is the back side of the cat, and his ears are both right here, and they like frame my mouth while I drink.
Okay.
That's good stuff. All right, the Eastern Conference, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm glad this happened for the East. I mean, if it happened for the West, it'd be sad because we'd have. There's interesting stuff to talk about. I don't want to pretend like the East has nothing going on. What was I gonna say? Oh, Severance season 2 finale last night. You don't know anything about that?
I don't know anything about that. I've been watching Orb.
Orb and the Movements of the Earth.
Orb and the Movements of the Earth.
Is it good?
It goes pretty hard.
Okay, Orb. Is that his name? Is Orb?
No, I don't know why it's called. Well, I think it's just the Orb is the Earth. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, what's the guy's name?
I forget. But for anybody who doesn't know what this show is about, it takes place it's an anime. It's only on Netflix. It takes place in a hypothetical world where like they find out that that the Earth is not the center of the universe, that it's something different, and then they're like trying to prove it, but the church is like suppressing them or whatever. And yeah, it's crazy
not an alternate universe. That's exactly what happened in real life, I'm pretty sure.
No, our Earth is the center of the universe.
No, no. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What
God
do you
put us
mean? What
at
do
the.
I mean? We go around the sun. We have, thousands of man hours put into tracking the movements of the stars that prove that we are moving through space
We
in a
go
giant
around the
circle.
sun. We go around the sun. The
Yeah,
little
the
thing
sun.
in the sky.
The sun is massive. You could
Why does
literally
the
fit
sun?
thousands of Earths
Why
inside
does
of
the
the
sun
sun.
move?
Because from our perspective, the sun is moving. I mean, geez, Louise. If
What do
you
you?
were to, if you were to stand in a fucking, if you were to stand and walk around me in a circle, it would look like I'm moving.
No, because well, how do you explain? How do you explain gravity?
Gravity. What do you mean? How do I explain gravity?
We're at the center of the universe, and we are at the
Okay.
bottom. So that's why things fall.
Oh, okay. Hey, this is a pretty good illustration of like if a stupid guy asks you enough questions, he'll hit a point where you can't explain what's going
Yeah.
on. And it's like how do I explain gravity? I know gravity is like a force that exists in the universe based on how much like matter you're composed of or whatever. And so like a pound of tungsten would have slightly more gravitational force than like an ounce of feathers or whatever. But
Oh, and Avacadabra has an ounce more of magic than Leviticus.
well, I mean, geez, why are you watching the fucking science anime if you don't want to learn, dude?
It's
Go
it's
back
not
to
science.
I got to
It's
explain to my
about
girlfriend how fucking stupid solo leveling is the other day, thanks to you.
what? Well, what did you say?
Because she's always talking about, like, she'll see me watching an anime and she'll be like, that's slop or whatever. And I'll be like, no, it's actually incredible. It's really good.
Are you
Uh,
watching Solo Leveling?
no, I'm watching
What?
Full Metal Alchemist
What do
Brotherhood.
you
And
think Solo Leveling is about?
it's about he encounters a guy, a bad guy, and it's like, oh shit, how are they gonna beat this guy? And then Sung Jin Woo says, I think here's how I'll beat him. And then he fucking, he aura farms on him real quick and he wins the fight. Is that inaccurate?
I gotta. I think everyone hating on Solo Leveling doesn't know any. I think you think it's like Sword Art Online or something.
I never even seen Sword Art Online. I don't have any context.
It's not like the video game. Have you ever seen a video game anime? A lot
I've
of
seen
them are
Code
really.
Lyoko. That's it.
It's not like Code Lyoko.
Well, that would be a selling point. I love Code Lyoko. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, they looked funky, but
It was,
best theme
yeah.
song ever.
I mean, watching like Jimmy Neutron daily, I could stomach any kind of animation.
Solo Leveling is just One Punch Man, but instead of being funny, if the guy was cool, and I'll tell you what, have you seen Demon
Half of the
Slayer?
appeal is comedy in One Punch. I do just want to get that out there. It's like a comedy anime.
But but the fighting is great.
It is great. I'm just saying.
And
that,
every encounter
if it was
like,
serious, I would like it less.
do you listen to Pusha T?
I mean, I have listened to Pusha T before. Why are you asking me this? BTS Army? What do you mean? Do I listen to Pusha T?
BTS Army. What the heck? I don't listen to BTS.
Well, then, what are you asking me?
Pusha T. Every song is the same. Every song he's rapping about cocaine.
Okay.
Every song is great.
Okay.
That's what Solo Leveling is. It's the Pusha T of anime.
Oh my god.
Have you seen Demon Slayer?
Yes. I'm not caught up, but I've seen it.
Demon Slayer is slop. Demon Slayer, it looks very, very cool, and the cool moments are cool, but the story sucks. The story is for babies. The difference between Demon Slayer and Solo Leveling is Solo Leveling is not trying to pretend to be anything. Like it's not trying to take you on a journey. They're not like Sung Jin Woo never reflects on anything.
Okay.
It's just all business, all action. Where Demon Slayer, it's like what if I'm a nice guy for no reason all the time? And they do these things where like they go into his soul and
Hmm.
the Demon Slayers. It makes
Is
me
there
so mad.
in Solo Leveling? Is there a character that's like annoyingly perverted?
No,
Hey,
they
it's got a leg up on Demon Slayer then. There we go.
yeah, and Demon Slayer. A lot of pedophiles are in a Demon Slayer.
I and what sucks is they gave the pervert and Demon Slayer the coolest powers. The lightning breath guy, Zenitsu, I think his name is. Oh my god, when he like gets knocked out or whatever and he gets to just fucking do his cool breathing techniques. Oh, that's the best part of the show. But every time he's like there's literally a canon moment where there's like babies around him and he's doing like Sanji gimmicks and it's like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this anymore."
And it gets really old that he has to fall asleep every time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, it's insane. But like, okay, I don't really have that much smoke for Solo Leveling. You really should watch Severance though. Like,
I will. Yeah, I my friends were just talking about binging it together, but
yeah. It's an easy binge. I would say there's probably only like 22 hours of the show right now total.
I see so many crazy theories, but I scroll really quickly, so I don't remember anything.
Yeah, that's good. I would say a lot of the people theorizing on it's gotten to the point where like season 1, I've been in on the ground floor, baby. I
Oh,
watched season 1 when it dropped and it was I don't know. It was one of those shows where you would have to be like, "Yo, you have got to watch this." And now it's a lot bigger. And with the growth of the community, the dumbest people alive have started making theories and it's like, okay, well, obviously that's not what's going on. But it's so fucking good. And it like so the first season the finale is one of like the craziest. It's kind of so you know the entertainment district arc in Demon
yeah,
Slayer where like the best thing about that is that it's like this whole environment where everything is like all of the fights are overlapping and interacting with each other and stuff. It's kind of like that. Like there's a million balls in the air in the season 1 finale that you're just like, yo, what the fuck is going to happen with all of this? And you keep like checking the runtime at the bottom and you're like, there's 15 minutes left. How are they going to wrap this up? And it ends on like one of the most insane fucking cliffhangers I've ever seen. And we literally just had to sit around for 3 years until the second season got made.
it
It,
took 3 years.
yeah, because it was not like it wasn't really greenlit, and I think it overlapped really poorly with like COVID film timing and everything. And so like it definitely could have been made faster if Apple had like thrown all their weight behind it, which I think they're going to with season 3. But it's also insane production value. Just like one of the best looking and like most well crafted TV shows I've ever seen. And so the season 2 finale last night, first of all, fucking hour and a half long. Oh my god, it was so sick. And so like all the whole
Is it
season,
usually 40 minutes?
yeah, like 40 to 50 minutes. I think it varies slightly. And the whole season, I would say that like a valid complaint has been a lot of slow burn episodes. Like I've liked all of it. It's been well made and everything. But I was going into the finale like, yo, if they don't land this, it could end up being like a disappointing season where you look back and it's like, we really didn't get that much. Like there was just kind of like cool moments, but we really didn't learn that much didn't happen. And in the finale, we learn so much and so much shit happens. Oh, it's so insane. And all of the acting is incredible. Like I would assume it's going to fucking sweep the Emmys or at least like knock out a couple of the big ones. Yeah, you should watch it. Like it's crazy. I also need to watch White Lotus. I haven't seen any of that shit, but it's been on my timeline a lot.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but I've seen the other stuff. It's pretty good.
I've been seeing a lot of the Gog, Walton Goggins.
Mm.
He had a big like monologue in it, I guess. I like him. You should also watch The Righteous Gemstones. I would recommend that, like, very secondary to Severance. It's not as, like, serious of a show. It's like a comedy. It's really funny though. It's very good.
I'm really into shows about God right now.
The Righteous Gemstones is about an evangelical megachurch family. Like yeah, they're in the South and they run like this gigantic chain of like massive churches where like 4,000 people at a time attend, and it's like rock concerts every day and shit. And it's starring John Goodman, Danny McBride, Adam Devine, Walton Goggins, and then I don't know the main lady's name, but it's really funny and it's pretty well made. Okay. I mean, that's what, 15 minutes? Holy shit, dude.
Should we stop it and see if it sounds good and then restart?
Sure. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh my god. All right. It's if there's some background noise, eat shit. We already have a bad episode. I don't care. I'm not going to sit in my hot ass apartment anymore. So if you hear some traffic, that's just the sounds of the city. If you've ever wanted to be like a Carrie Bradshaw type, me and the city and me, you know, we have a relationship together. I love my freaking city. Then this could be, you could role play as that right now. You could be like, the freaking trucks outside, they never stop. The city never sleeps, baby.
I tried watching Sex in the City. I didn't like it that much. Too much sex, not enough city.
You're fucking homophobe, dude. That's really what it is.
They're not even gay.
there's a gay guy there, dude. There's one of the craziest 90s jokes. They at least once a season they get like a crazy 90s joke off about a gay guy that you just can't do anymore. And there's the lady who sleeps around, Samantha, I think her name is, the blonde old lady. She it talks about a French guy that she wanted to fuck, but turns out he was gay. And she goes, I wanted his baguette. And it turns out he was a... What word rhymes with baguette there, everybody?
Comment down below.
Comment down below on YouTube, everyone. Oh, my God. Yeah. But overall, Sex in the City, it's good. It's good. I liked it.
I like know. When she does her little writing... I would her like little writing blurbs,
the monologues,
narrations and stuff. Yeah, I just wish it was about something more interesting to me.
Well, you hate women's bodies. That's what this is, man.
Well,
you're
which
insane. Part? All of it, I guess. I mean, you're not allowed to hate any part of a woman's body.
Some parts you could hate.
Like what? Which
Their
parts
calves.
do you hate?
Their calves.
The calves? I mean, I guess, but whatever, dude.
But speaking of calves, you should hate.
Hey! Alright, let me timestamp that hoe. Timestamp that hoe! Damn, I had a great bit planned using the soundboard, but I didn't do it because you were mad. So, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not a good time. It's the worst day of my life.
It's like your dad is like working in the garage. You know, the family cannot afford a new lawnmower right now, but the lawnmower just went out, and you're like, hey... I'm going to shoot you with my Nerf gun. Get out of here. Damn it.
This is like you invented hyper pop in 2008. And your dad is home from work. And you're like, I have something new to show you. It's like, I don't have time for this garbage.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. All right. Cavs, baby. 1-3 over their last 4. They beat the Grizzlies. They lost to the Magic, the Clippers, and the Kings. DeAndre Hunter's first 3 losses in a Cavs uniform come back to back. The Magic end their win streak. Then they got the prime Kawhi hammer, plus a really good Zubats game. And then they got the clutch time hammer from DeMar DeRozan and the Kings.
Is it over?
Yep.
They're done.
Literally the 2015 Hawks.
They're trash, everybody.
It is funny to see that. People are just like, yeah, it was fake up to now.
Are they saying that on Twitter?
I've seen a couple people say that. I've seen a lot of people. I don't know if it's primarily like Cavs fans or maybe it's like, you know, psycho doomers like myself. who are like, Jared Allen's a pussy, dude. This is just not a playoff guy.
He did get obliterated by Zubats.
Yeah.
It was just hook shot after hook shot. It looked like 90s defense, like where you don't bend your knees. You're just getting crushed down there. But yeah, it was a close loss to Orlando. Cleveland missed 5 shots in the final minute. 3 were Donovan Mitchell. All the Donovan Mitchell shots were super tough ones.
Yeah.
And then 2 were they just helped off the corners. They left Max Strus open from the corner. He didn't make it. I was like, oh, that's risky.
I mean, that's a gamble, you know? Like, if you're the
Yeah.
Cavs, you're probably fine with the Max Strus 3.
Yeah, and then they also left DeAndre Hunter wide open in the corner. That one's more livable because he shoots so slow.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and they also, so in the Orlando loss, no Evan Mobley. So Cleveland fans could say no, not Cannon.
Not Cannon, but the other 2 Cannon.
Yeah.
Although he did play pretty fucking, at least in the Kings game, I think he played really well.
Oh, no Darius Garland in the Kings game. So
it's not Cannon.
Not Cannon. And the Clippers game, Bogdanovich playing that well. Come on, that's not.
Come on. Okay. Oh, it was the Kings game I was thinking of. Jesus Christ. So against the Clippers, 17 points, 3 rebounds. Zubats was a pretty bad matchup for them. I'm not gonna lie. Just in terms of like, Allen and Mobley are not the sturdiest of guys, of bigs, you know. They're pretty thin as far as like 7-footers go. And then I mean, we've talked about Allen. He's not really even that tall. So like him contesting without being able to like step into his jump and try to block the shot, it's not super easy. And so Zubats, that's a tough matchup. But the Kings, obviously no Sabonis. He's still out.
No Levine.
Holy shit, dude. That's a bad loss.
But no Darius Garland, so not Cannon.
You have 2 of your all-stars still. Evan Mobley, 31 points, 10 rebounds, on 72% from the field, 4 of 5 from 3 for 84% true shooting against the Kings. Yeah, he was incredible, and he is so good. And I think, I don't know. I definitely don't want to default after the first bad Cavs week to being like, what does it look like if they don't win? What moves do they make if they don't win the championship? But I do still it's been cool that it's worked to this degree because Evan Mobley has developed these on-ball skills that make people guard him, and him and Jared Allen can share the floor at the same time. Pretty inarguably, Mobley is a more productive player when Jared Allen is not on the floor with him. I think all of like the per 75, per 100 shit really reflects that. And so, I mean, I don't know. I do just worry about is there a world where we get into that Celtics series and it's not just Darius Garland, you're a baby, come get this hammer. It's also Jared Allen, come to the perimeter and guard people, because that was the reality of the last Celtics matchup. That's why they ran like that crazy lineup of no center really. Like they even benched Mobley for a while in that game. And so yeah, I don't know. That's just what's been on my mind lately. Like I said, it's the first time the Cavs have shown real humanity, mortality this season, and so it's pretty easy to overreact.
They did have a other 3-game losing streak, where they got beat by Houston twice, Shingun, and they also got beat by Philly. I forget who was healthy for Philly at that point.
Well, I mean, whatever. I'm not worried. I'm not losing sleep over the Shingun games.
Well, they got they got to watch out for elite post scoring bigs like Zubats and Shingun.
Yeah. That's exactly how it describes Shingun. Hey, you know what? Let me not hate on Shingun too much. I don't think he's not good, people. Just don't know how good he is. Yeah, I don't know. This definitely illustrates how hard it is to win like 70 games. It's just, you can never, it's not even so much like, at a certain point, it's not a skill issue. it's a consistency issue. Like it's not that the Cavs aren't talented enough as far as regular season goes, at least to win 70 games. You can never let up off the gas in any capacity, or some shit like this will happen. It gets away from you pretty quick. Can you hear me? Are we lagging?
We lagged for a second, but it did the speed up.
Good.
But so Donovan Mitchell in March, 23, 5 and 5 on 50% true shooting. Darius Garland in March, 18, 3 and 7 on 53% true shooting. So they're stumbling. But you know who likes that they're stumbling? Donovan Mitchell likes that they're stumbling. He said, "I'm trying to refrain from using the word happy." Mitchell explained after a sloppy game where Cleveland squandered multiple double-digit leads and was outscored 76-63 during a defenseless second half and out-executing crunch time. "I'm kind of a sicko, so I enjoy this. This is what makes the season fun, going through adversity." So Donovan Mitchell is excited about
Young
that.
and Flame, he in sicko mode. Can you hear this truck that's right outside?
I can hardly hear anything, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Guys, comment down below if you can hear the truck.
Yeah, comment next to the other word you already commented.
Yeah. The truck's like, yo, why you calling me that? What the hell?
We got cool trash talk between Paolo and Ty Jerome. Did you see that?
Well, it was cool for Ty Jerome.
Yeah, so for anyone unfamiliar, the two superstars of the team clashed, or domain clash.
Conquerors hockey clash, Ty Jerome versus Paolo.
Paolo said, "You only look good because you're on a good team. Weak," redacted. And then Ty Jerome said, "You can't guard. I know that. You definitely can't guard me." And then Paolo said, "You ain't shit." Redacted. And then Ty Jerome said, "I'll start on your team." And that's true. He would. And then the next game, do you think Cleveland will get on track next game? You know who they play?
The Suns.
The Phoenix Suns. Jared Allen 40 bomb incoming.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't get right, then I'm concerned. The Suns.
If they lose to the Suns, it's over.
The Suns are just the absolute epitome of like get right game at this point, where it's like, hey, just go out there, get some fucking shots, see the ball go in a couple times. That's all we're trying to do tonight. Yeah. So the Ty Jerome thing, it's the second time Paolo's been, gone back and forth with a role player. He did it with George Niang, and I can't remember if it might have been in a Cavs matchup. So maybe he's done it twice with the role player Cavs. I can't remember if George was on the Hawks at that point or not.
I think it might have been on the Hawks lately when he was telling him like keep shooting those mid-range jumpers.
Yeah. I think it might have been one of the first Niang Hawks games. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are clowning Paolo for even talking to a player of this stature, but whatever.
Whoa,
talk shit.
A player who is always above 60%? No.
Hey, Ty Jerome would change the Magic's life.
Yeah.
Without question. like if Ty Jerome could get transplanted onto the Magic right now, it would be like giving a medieval town electricity.
Or like giving me a working mic.
Yeah, it'd be like if you clicked the microphone option and then your mic worked, you know?
Well, imagine that.
That's the Ty Jerome of it all. Okay, that's pretty much all I got for the Cavs. I mean, shit week. It's over for them. They're destined to be idiot losers for forever.
Blow it up.
Oh shit, do we have any lobbyist requests?
Oh shoot. Let me have to pull that up. Well, I was about to type lobbyist request into Google.
They're like, Big Tobacco's been really active lately, and you're like, no, obviously that's not what I want. I do that a lot on Basketball Reference. I'll type in like Bam Adebayo stats into the search bar, and I'll be like, wait, no, you know what I meant.
Lobbyist requests. So I posted it at cheeky 5 a.m. and we already
Combo
have
5 a.m.
we have
Well, the
25.
international
Okay.
crowd is getting into it
Yeah.
then.
Is the Big Cheese international? Oh, because he's the first response. So Cavs. He says, Pablo, I've heard you talk about other teams' subreddits before. Are they all as pessimistic as the Cavs one is right now? It seems like every missed shot and bad defensive play, there will be a bunch of comments saying, soft, we're getting swept in the first round. Every loss, there are people dooming about the team and what it says about them for the playoffs. Is every subreddit / fan base like this, or is this just a Cavs thing? Thanks, TBC. I actually saw today when I looked, I actually saw a post where they were like, let's pat ourselves on the back, guys. We've been in control for this losing streak. No one's freaked out, so they think they're in control. But yeah, generally because the subreddits are pretty huge now.
Yeah.
Like
You
even
get
like
it's a wide net.
like even the Wizards will have 200K people in there and stuff like that. So there's in general there's just so many people there, and they're all divided into different sects, SECTS, and fandom.
SEX.
So no, dude,
Whoa,
stop.
Sex in the City, and it's like different groups of people taking over New York.
um but yeah, so basically there's always a group, one group is up and one group is down, and so whatever is happening, the
Mm-hmm.
up group will be like for example, like if I was still active in the Bulls subreddit right now, I'd be down because Josh Giddey's putting up big numbers, and all the dumbest people in the world are posting on there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Bulls subreddit's a bad example because they're all Neanderthals.
Yeah,
They're
they'd be
all
posting like pictures of the cave painting that they just did of Josh Giddey dropping 2018 and 7 or whatever.
when he every other month outside of February or March or whatever, every other month when he's playing bad, they would be posting, guys, stop pointing out how they're literally like Kamala fans. Guys, stop pointing out how bad he is. This is our team.
Guys,
This is our team. We
this
can't
is
be like
who's
that.
running. Get on board or shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Quit
so you hate the
asking.
team? I'm not happy with it, but the guys on the team, we got to root for the team.
Who's the Pistons who's the Bulls' biggest like rival?
These days there's not really one, but I guess
Okay.
historically the Knicks. I don't
You
know.
want Jerry Reinsdorf to win. That's what you're saying. Okay, wow. Yeah. All right. I mean,
But yeah, and most subreddits are the same, where it's just that constant battle, and then some are like, the Heat are an outlier. They're truly psychotic, like 24/7. But yeah, and then let's see. Is there any more Cavs?
No.
No.
No. All right. Well, let's keep it pushing then.
I keep getting on my laptop, I have a new group chat request message from Microsoft Teams, and it's called like something quarantine. I have never used Microsoft Teams. Who's trying to hack me?
It's probably why your microphone isn't working. Every time you select the
I was
microphone on
talking in
Riverside,
Microsoft Teams.
you're in Microsoft Teams going, "What the fuck? Why isn't this working? It's bad." And then everyone in Microsoft Teams is like, "Yo, who is this guy?"
It was the Apple Microsoft Teams meeting.
Fuck. All right. Shut the fuck up. Celtics.
Oh.
3. Yeah, shut up.
Oh,
Celtics 3-1 over their last 4. They beat the Nets twice and the Heat, and they lost to the Thunder. No one gives a shit about that. They just got a new owner. Woo!
woo!
Bill Chisholm. Managing partner of Symphony Technology Group.
His friends call him Bill. To you, he's William.
To you is Mr. Chisholm. Mr. Chisel. And he's going to carve a statue out of this Celtics team, baby. Managing partner of Symphony Technology Group, a private equity firm with a bunch of money. I was trying to find some dirt on him. But like...
I was too for a little bit.
It's just like... I'm sure there is something going on here because the private equity firm, the website has like 20 different... They've got like different companies that they're financing or they bought or whatever. But it's just every single one, if you click on it, they have buried it in like corporate speak to the extent where I can't even tell what the fuck these companies do. It's like well, we hear it,
Here at Logistical Solutions, we're streamlining broadband and
yeah.
networking different kinds of
Yeah, well, we're
networks.
providing management, and then we're managing solutions. So
Yeah.
that's what we do over here at
We're
Logistical Technology.
eliminating problems via solutions.
Yeah, especially for online presences. And so it's like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on. I have First Take on the TV, and I'm
Okay.
looking. The headline is number 12 McNeese upsets number 5 Clemson in first round, and Stephen A is talking. I want to turn this up for a second and see what is he saying. All
Well,
right, never mind.
we can't hear it, so you get to do a Stephen A. impression.
Yeah, never mind. I was hoping I would have to lock in more. I wanted to hear him talk about McNeese and see what he could possibly say. But yeah, all the search results were just buried because he bought the team, and everyone got the same press release. It's like, oh, did you know this guy went to Ivy League? Did you know he's a
He's got an
lifelong Celtics fan?
encyclopedic knowledge of the Celtics.
Yeah. So yeah, they sold for $6 billion. It's the largest sales of a sports team. It topped the Washington Commanders.
Crazy
Last
that
year.
was the biggest one. It's always just which one ever sold most recently.
Yeah, like remember Mike Conley had the biggest contract in NBA history at one point. It was like 34.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's funky that it worked out that way.
Yeah, and a weird part of the deal is the current owner, Wick Grosbeck, the younger guy, the younger Grosbeck, he says that he's been asked to continue to run the team as the CEO and governor for the first 3 years and stay on as his partner. And he says, I'm glad to do this.
Oh, God damn it.
So it's interesting because I feel like the angle could... So naturally, most Celtics fans are concerned cost cutting is going to come. And I listened to Bill Simmons and Chris Mannix talk about the sale, and Chris Mannix was saying Sam Hauser's definitely going to go. Like, he'd be shocked if he didn't go because he's making $10 million a year, but because they're like over the luxury tax, that's like $80 million for Sam Hauser. Yeah. So that probably won't go on for much longer. But my read on it is this team is at its peak right now, and there's gonna be some tough decisions that have to be made.
Porzingis, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and like Bill was saying he thinks Drew would be the first one to go, but I feel like definitely stuff is going to happen in the next 3 years. Right now is the peak, and so beyond, like, right now this is super OP team. I don't think we could say for sure that they'll be same level in 3 years.
No. Well, the whole part of it is like, when they started paying all these guys, I felt like the kind of reaction was like, holy, okay, it's fine. You can sustainably do this for like 45 minutes. You can get like 2 seasons out of this, and then it becomes completely untenable. You're paying $1 trillion to keep this team together or whatever. But for right now, it's fine. But yeah, there are some tough decisions very directly around the corner. Like this offseason, even if they won the title, I would be surprised if they don't like pretty seriously restructure some of their best players this offseason.
Yeah, it's just like some teams it's just weird. The Rams in the NFL are like this, where it's like somehow the Rams are even crazier because I feel like they're always giving up all of their picks and they're always spending $1 billion in contracts, but they're
more in than they were last year. They're more all in,
and they're like, well, we maneuvered around, we swapped some fourths for some fifths, and we're back on. We restocked, and so the Celtics, like, somehow for the entirety of Tatum and Brown's career have been stacked. Like, well, we went out and got Hayward, and we got Kyrie, and then we got Kemba, and then we got blah blah blah. We got all these guys. So at some point, they're gonna have to experience real NBA life, which is we are 90% of the salary here, and we got bums around this. We got some tough guys.
It's just I mean, it's really a masterclass in drafting well, and incredible like selling on players, selling on Marcus Smart at the perfect time to get Drew Holiday. I mean, the Derek White trade is still like pound for pound, maybe the best value trade in the last like 15 years in the NBA. I'd have to go through, but like to get.
And what did they give up for Porzingis?
They got like a first round or like a second rounder to pick up Porzingis in all of it. I think it was Marcus Smart shipped out so they could pick up Porzingis, and then they did Brogdon and Time Lord to Portland in exchange for Drew Holiday. That's how everybody got there. And so then on top of that, you have like Peyton Pritchard. You drafted him. He's on a good contract. Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett. You've made some pretty good decisions. And so
Davis Shireman just dropped 20.
Creighton legend. Like I don't know. When you've had this sustained run of like good decision making, I definitely don't feel like it's going to completely abandon them, and will
Brad
just
Stevens, he cooks.
Yeah, like it's not going to be like, you know, the Bucks supporting cast in 2 years or anything, but like you will, the restrictions are going to set in where it's like, hey, it's one thing to have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on like rookie scale deals or whatever, which I know they've been off of for a while at this point, but like eventually paying them all that money, it does restrict you in other ways. So yeah,
and they also got something for Al Horford, right? He was damaged goods, and they have the voodoo.
Yeah, they
factor.
just fucking laundered him. They sent him to Philly, and they got him back like a day later, and he was he's still good right now. He's still good. That was like 3 years ago.
So it's just been an unprecedented run, and I feel like him letting the old owner stick around is like, I'm gonna let this fail under you, because if you leave at this point, it's only downhill for me, and they're only gonna like build animosity for me. So I'm gonna
associate the downfall with the guy who's on his way out anywa's, and then you get to come
he's
in
like,
and
I'm getting
rebuild.
6 build. Call me what you want, buddy.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, so this dude is a private equity mogul.
They bought. You remember when John McAfee went insane?
Yeah. Well,
they bought.
Some
I don't remember all of it.
One man's insane person is another man's revolutionary hero.
Well, I don't think he had that coherent of an ideology. I think he was like
coherent to who?
Well, I swear he was like, Jeffrey Epstein's gonna kill me or something.
He was a bad guy.
and so when John McAfee went insane, these guys bought McAfee software.
And they're behind Pat McAfee as well.
Yep, it's the same. It's the same family. They don't want you to know that.
Wow, write that down, guys. Write it down next to the.
What did
write
Pat
it down
McAfee
next to that word and the truck.
It's because he got mad at Canada. He was like, "Hey, Canada, you guys are kind of like gay losers," and then his entire Canadian fan base was like, what the fuck?" And then he comes out a day later and he's like, "Guys, it was just a little banter. I don't know why everybody's so upset right now."
How does he have Canadian fans?
I don't know, but like he does from I mean the like how mad everybody got about it.
It's crazy how libbed up those guys are now. The conservatives, like it's just they cry over everything. Like the latest thing I saw is Andrew Schultz is like, "Guys, we're damaging Teslas. People work at Tesla. What do you want? People to lose their jobs at Tesla? You're going to be happy when people lose their jobs?" And everyone's like, "What? You love Doge. You're celebrating Doge. All the federal workers losing. Like, you cry now?"
Hey, we're the government. We're the government agency. 40% of federal workers we have shot in the head over the past 2 weeks, and so now we're really streamlining everything, because those people don't even eat or drink water anymore. There's so many more resources to go around for everyone, much less their paychecks. It's incredible.
It's we're really at a point where it's like he may have done a Nazi salute, but you yelled at me about me.
Guys, can we have some decorum, please? I mean,
You can't
have
just yell at people when you freaking yell at people. They're not gonna believe what you tell them to. Like
some
you
people
can't
don't learn
yell at me
like
about
that.
the hospital, dude. I don't want to pay for your hospital bills if you're yelling at me and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, no, conservatives are just it's like such crybabies now for a group of people that like spend 6 years posturing as like libtards, feminist libtards owned online. We confronted them in the marketplace of ideas, and we
Facts and
completely
logic.
we blew them out. We stood our ground, and we were very brave and strong about it. We're strong macho men. That's what we do as conservatives. The second somebody's like, hey, you're kind of stupid. Like you're stupid and ugly, it just fucking folds. They're like, oh wow, really? Really? We had to take it there. I just can't have a conversation with these people anymore. It's ridiculous.
My dad was in the war, and I'm stupid. Wow,
Wow.
This is why we're getting rid of teachers.
This is why
So
this is
you're
why I
stupid
hate
too.
black people. This is why everyone who's this is why we had to get 100,000 Mexican people on planes to random countries over the last 24 hours. Cuz my dad was in the war and you're mad at me? Seriously? Yeah.
So Chisholm in 2002 he co-founded Symphony Technology Group,
Yeah.
based in California. They specialize in tech investing, in particular data, software,
Funny
and
that it
awards
happened in
companies.
2002. So maybe he life insurance policy on the World Trade Centers takes the seed money, starts Symphony Technology Group.
Whoa.
Guys,
Write that down, guys.
Guys,
Next to that
comment
first
that
word,
next.
to truck, next and next. But yeah. So if I don't know what he's doing, but I know it's bad.
Yeah,
and
he's
when
up
I
to no
search his
good.
name, yeah, I can't find it now. I'm gonna have
What
to.
pissed me off is there was a company in the subsidiaries or whatever in their portfolio tab on their website that it screamed like we're doing security for like the fascist dictator in Bolivia or something. It was like red wave security forces or something, and I was like, oh, this is the one. Let me see what this. And it was just more internet like security stuff. It was more like, hey, if you get a virus, we'll stop it.
We specialize in cutting off communications to El Salvadorian prisons. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
our thing.
Well, I click on it and it's like, actually, we specialize in online detection and response, and it's like, oh, okay.
But yeah, besides that, and again, like the NBA is dead crowd, they have ignored that there's a new 10-year deal that starts next year. I can't. I doubt that we're gonna get any kind of coverage like, oh, maybe the NBA is not dead because this team just sold for $6.1 billion.
And this
Unless
was the one. This was the team that people were scared about too, because not like it was stupid, and I hated reading about it. They don't own TD Garden. The Bruins owner owns TD Garden. And so the fact that they are leasing their arena and the Bruins owners have lobbied so that there's not going to be a new arena built in Boston. They've like, I don't know, they've done whatever fucking rich people do to make sure that's not going to happen. So a lot of people who were like, I don't know, pay attention to the economic side of the NBA, they're like, hey, if the Celtics don't sell for like a ton of money, that could be concerning for the price point of like a lot of different NBA franchises. But the Celtics, even with all those concerns, $6 billion. So, and people like the teams. I mean, shit. If the Mavericks or whoever sold, I'm sure it would be insane.
Yeah, and that is a big chunk of the revenue because I think like they say Barclays Center is just like cash cow. Like they'd have constant concerts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is that where the Nets play?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, so, but I doubt we're gonna get any kind of pivot here. That it'd be so funny if they were they were so NBA hate pilled that like Stephen A. and everyone, they're like, well, billionaires, they just have no clue what they're doing now. This is just the worst investment ever. Um, but yeah, outside of that, Peyton Pritchard, record for most threes off the bench over the course of an entire season. Wow, we still got games left.
Hey, love that guy. Nothing better than a hot hand Peyton Pritchard. Ow, I just bit my tongue. I was joking. So that's penance for me. That's God saying, "Hey, Peyton Pritchard is good. Don't joke
Yeah, that's
about
your
that."
penance for giving validation to heliocentrism earlier.
Oh shit. Okay, so how do you? I'm curious. You don't even know that word, then.
No, I've heard.
You're
I
watching
hear
Luka Doncic being like, "Oh, this is like earthocentrist basketball. He's like the earth, and everything's going around him."
No, I know about it. Like, I know about what the heretics say. Like, I had this friend. He was telling me about it. Then he got killed the next day.
Yeah, I have to pee.
God decided he deserved that.
Can you yap about the Knicks for 30 seconds, or do you want me to pause it?
30 seconds?
I'll be fast. I'll sprint. Okay. Well, now we're just sitting in silence.
All right, go. I'll talk about. I don't have that much on the Knicks, but maybe I'll talk about something else. Well, so the Knicks, they're 1-3 over the past week, and the vibes are pretty bad. And speaking of subreddits, they're pretty doomer right now, but they were doomer early on in the season. And then they figured it out. Now it really does feel like they're crashing back down to earth. They lost to Golden State. That doesn't feel too bad. Golden State is a good team, but then he lost to the Spurs and he lost to the Charlotte Hornets. And to be fair, it wasn't the regular Spurs. It was the Sandro Mamukelishvili Spurs, and he had one of the great scoring performances in NBA history. Somehow, he's basically you got a taste of what it is to go against Cat, essentially. But yeah, he beat you guys down, and then the Charlotte game was just bad. Josh Hart, there's been a lot of Josh Hart criticism. He had stinkers in Golden State and in the Spurs games. He was fine in the other two. But really, the problem with this team, now that Brunson is gone, if you need the starters to perform like on a night-to-night basis, you can't afford any underperformances from them. They're trying to play the bench more, but it's not going well. I think in the Charlotte game, they actually did get like a combined 20 off the bench from Mitchell Robinson and Campaign.
Hey,
but...
you know who scored a lot off the bench?
Oh.
Sandro Mamu.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Mamukelishvili.
Mamukelishvili. Shout out to Sandro, dude. Okay. Sorry, not to interrupt you, but I'm back. So everything you said, you're probably gonna have to say again.
Nah, it's fine. They're just bad vibes. They're playing more guys off the bench. They're playing Anton Watson. Landry Shamet played 21 minutes the other night, did nothing. I saw like Knicks fans are like, play Pakom Dadie. We have Pakom Dadie in the G League, and then someone posts, guys, he's not even good in the G League right now.
It's like you're walking a tightrope, and someone's like, "Hey, you do a backflip right now," and it's like, God, I don't have that in my bag. Please just let me focus.
It's like telling that to the person in rehab for coming out of a wheelchair, like taking their first steps to do a backflip.
It's like, guys, give me a sec. I'm in the G League of walking right now.
So it feels like this is not the year for the team, unless. No, it's probably not the year.
No, yeah. Tom Thibodeau said on Thursday, so yesterday, but I mean, yeah. Brunson is doing light shooting and is out of the boot. So there's steady progress, and we'll see where it goes from there. Expects him to be back before April 13th, which is their last game of the regular season. It doesn't feel good. Lost to the, like, hot hand Sandro Mamu, whatever. Shout out.
No one could win that game.
I mean, yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible. But following that up with a loss to the Hornets, how many times do you think the Hornets have held their opponents to under 100 points this season before
probably
the Knicks game?
Probably a million times, right? They probably do it a lot.
Okay, well they've only played 68 games, so a million's impossible. But
68 times because they're really good.
maybe subtract 60 from that number.
8.
Yeah, 8 games the Hornets have held their opponent under 100 points, but after playing the Knicks, that goes up to 9. The Knicks only scored 98 points. It's just, I mean, you continually come back to this idea of like, hey, if this is where we were before going all in, I'd be happy. Like this is a good spot to be with like all of your draft picks left or whatever, and then you fucking ship out for disgruntled KD this offseason or something. But the fact that like, hey, it's cooked. 2030 forward is fucked. Everything's done. And we're doing shit like this. It's pretty disheartening. In the Spurs game, what did I write down? OG, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Deuce McBride combined for 41 points on 15 of 46 shooting, including going 6 of 25 from 3. So,
Yeah, this team needs some depth and doesn't look like they're going to be able to find it by the end of the regular season.
do we have lobbyist requests for these the New York Knickerbockers?
Let's do Control F. Knicks. Knicks. Yeah, we do.
Nice.
All right.
Did we have any for the Celtics? Because I don't give a shit.
Oh shoot! I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
Here, do you have it pulled up? You Control F's the Celtics.
Okay, I don't have it pulled up, but I'll do it.
You pull it up.
Okay.
So, Matt (parentheses Sandro Mamukelashvili lover) said Knicks. I had a joke question already planned to ask about a certain 6'11" point forward from Tbilisi, Georgia to the Knicks. Could be the most important free agency signing in the history of the NBA if it were to happen. But then my GOAT had the greatest game of all time. I'm in a unique position because I'm probably the only person in the world who is a Knicks fan and whose favorite player is Sandro Mamukelashvili. Well, first of all, no, I'm almost certain every Sandro Mamukelashvili fan is also a Knicks fan because he went to Seton Hall. He played in New York at college basketball. He's a college basketball star. So if there's any, they're probably there in your fan base. But
or they're in Georgia, the country.
Yeah, I like that. That I think this was already his name, his username. I have to change my question now because it's clear to see that Mamu is the GOAT and would make any team into an instant contender. So here's my question. Tibbs has been criticized for his coaching decisions, mainly playing his guy 100,000 minutes a game, and is always the coach that players want to play for the least in the NBA when the survey comes out. Yet almost every player who has played under him swears by his leadership, praising him as a coaching guru and showing a level of loyalty rarely seen with other coaches. Why do you think that is? Are Tibbs players lying, or does Tibbs only recruit masochists who find sexual pleasure in playing 48 minutes a game?
Ooh, probably the second one. I think everybody's jacking off in the locker room.
Well, Tibbs broke off his engagement so he could lock in on basketball more.
So he could goon with the fellas.
Got to be some kind of outlet in there. When he's breaking down tape, or is it all basketball tape? I don't know. But he does recruit certain types of people. So the Bulls loved him in 2010-11. They were all tryhards. Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose, not Carlos Boozer, but it was
Carlos Boozer didn't try hard. He's a legend.
Not my tempo.
It's one of the best power forwards of the 2000s.
Not quite my tempo.
Damn.
But yeah, and Jimmy Butler, famously super mega tryhard. So the roster fit his personality. He went to Minnesota after that. There were some issues. Then he brought in Jimmy. He brought Derrick Rose back in, and then what did they do? Did he trade Wiggins, or was he fired by then?
I don't know.
But yeah, it must seem just like from the outside, it's just the reputation has stuck with him because I think he did used to do too much in practice. Now the reports are we don't practice that hard.
Yeah.
But I think that reputation probably sticks, and there's probably a lot of people who are like, I'd like to hear like Jeff Teague's take on
Yeah.
potentially playing for Tibbs. Is like, I don't care that much. Don't work me to
Well,
the bone.
Jeff Teagues, that's like the opposite end of the spectrum from Jimmy Butler, where it's like he is like Giannis is giving an impassioned speech on the bench in the finals, and Jeff Teague's like, "Hey, calm down, dude. The fuck?
We
You're the."
shouldn't be here. The
Yeah.
Nets deserved it.
He's like, "Hey, you're the best player. I'm not even playing. What are you yelling at me for?" It's like, yeah, I don't know. Tibbs, I think like the air of working players too hard. If you blow up Derrick Rose, it's gonna stick with you. It's just a stigma that follows you around. But I don't really have like I don't know the minutes thing. It is what it is. Like I'm not mad that he's playing the players that many minutes, even though we have talked about it a lot on this show. It's the reality of what's happening. I'm concerned about them, but like I don't think the Knicks are like secretly stashing a talented bench that they're just not dipping into at all. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like the year, but what can you do?
But yeah, we did also talk about earlier in the season, like now because he's gone so long without playing any of these guys. Now we look at it and we're like, well, the limited minutes we've seen these guys all suck. But it
Yeah.
potentially maybe if they had been getting run the whole time,
If
maybe
there is
they
a good
improve
player
over the
there,
course of the
yeah.
season, like the Rizzler improved in Atlanta or something. But yeah, so it's and hard. There probably isn't talent there either way, but just hard. The strategy's not great.
Yeah. November basketball is useful for playing guys who suck, and that's not what happened. So it's whatever. Do you have any other thoughts?
No, get him out of here.
Ooh, my computer is so cold. Okay, let me see this shit. What are we at? 40, 46? The Pacers. I also didn't reset my standings, so if the Pacers aren't the 4 seed anymore, that's on me. They went 3-1 in their last 4. They beat the Mavs, the Wolves, the Nets. They lost to the Bucks. Crazy ass week for the Pacers. Crazy ass week. Obi Toppin 34 points, 10 rebounds, 82% true shooting in overtime in the win against the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he hit the second of their crazy game winners. Where it's like
the same type of shot.
Yeah, pretty much. And so he was really good in that. That was a game where they had no Halliburton, no Pascal Siakam, no Miles Turner, no Aaron Nesmith. Benedict Mathurin fouled out, and Andrew Nembhard was ejected. I hated the Nembhard ejection because it was like Gobert hit him on purpose. In like a very much, I'm going to motivate the team. I'm going to get everybody fired up. And it's like, well, first of all, this is their 7th best player. Everybody's already hurt. You should fucking win this game. But second of all, I hate that Nembhard had already gotten 1 tech, and he got ejected because he threw the ball at Rudy Gobert. If someone fucking punches you, you should be allowed to throw the ball at them. I hate that call.
Person. You got to be the bigger person.
Gobert is he's fucking 10 feet tall. He's the size of a building. And fucking Mike Conley flopped trying to trick the referees, and Gobert's caveman French baguette brain was like, oh, he hit Conley, oh no. And then he fucking laid out Nembhard, and Nembhard gets ejected too. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm complaining. They won the game. I don't give a shit. But just in the moment, I was like, that's so stupid. That
he did hit Conley, right? Or was Conley flopping on that?
Conley, I swear to God, maybe I'm insane. The replays that I saw,
I only saw the one angle, and it did look like he didn't really make contact with Conley.
The angle I saw was like, so it was like point of view, we were kind of on the baseline, and Nembhard was like driving towards us. It looked like it was just a very normal like swipe down of the arm trying to get like the hands off you, and he like touched Conley's upper chest, and it was like, I don't know, I'm not super mad at Conley. People flop all the time. He was trying to sell contact that didn't really happen, but it was close enough that you could maybe get away with it. But like it wasn't a real hit, and Gobert still fucking got a flagrant 2 over it. It's just so dumb. So yeah, good win for the Pacers. I didn't mean to turn that into like a Gobert Timberwolves hate segment. It just pissed me off. And then
35 minutes of Jarris Walker in that one.
oh, what did he go for?
Move on.
Hey,
Move
eye
on to
test,
the next
baby.
game.
It was an eye test game.
It's about experience.
And then they were down 11 points in the final 67 seconds of the Mavs game. Surely the Mavs won that game. Psych.
Don't call them Shirley.
Psych. They came back down 11. There was something, I think I was watching a different game. I just had this on in the background, so I didn't really see that much of how it happened. But I did see Nemhard hit a clutch 3, which in the Halliburton game winner game, he bricked like 3 open threes in the clutch, and so like that was why they nearly choked to the Bucks. But to see him hit that 3, it was like a makeup. So it was like, hey, I'm breaking even now. I'm +0 in the clutch.
Yeah, they had that clutch one, and then the very next game against the Nets, Miles Turner had the clutch block, the game-7 block. So it's just a clutch week for the Pacers.
And Mathurin had a big game too, right? I swear he had like 28 and 16.
Yeah, he's had a big week. He had 23 against Dallas and 22 against Minnesota, and he had 28 and 16 against the Nets. And he's a unique type of bench guy, because he's just like if Cam Thomas, or if that type of guy could also get to the free throw line a ton, it's crazy. He's really turning it up, and but yeah, everyone was back except for Halliburton against Dallas, and he hasn't played since the latest Bucks game where he like fell on his back or whatever, and so that's not great. But they're winning.
Yeah. Do we have any lobbyist requests? I'm writing down the Bucks shit right now.
Well, if I do Control F Pacers, wait, who's the Wolf? No, that's a Timberwolves one. No, I don't believe we have.
Do Control F Pacism.
Pacism. How do you PAC?
Yeah. No, it doesn't come up. Okay. Well, if you're in Indiana, if you guys, this was the wrong week to do like a gimmick request where you don't say the team name in the request. We're not getting to it. Okay. Let me timestamp that. What are we at? 51. Hey, we're breezing right along, baby. The Bucks are 2-2 over their last 4. They beat the Lakers and the Pacers. They lost to the Thunder and the Warriors. Gave up Bronny's career high, so that's pretty much a loss in the eyes of the media.
That was one of the highest rated high school players a couple of years ago.
He crossed up Giannis. He didn't score on it, but he had Giannis lost in the sauce.
As the son of LeBron. Have you seen all those LeBron songs?
I'm talking about the man on the Lakers. Yeah, I have.
Some of them are so good. I
saw the Dear Maria Count Me In cover.
Yeah.
But it was LeBron. Yeah, shout out. He DM'd me and he was like, yo, huge fan of your shit. And I was like, huge fan of that song, bro.
Did you see the CeeLo Green FU song, but with LeBron?
No.
LeBron. Oh my God, it's crazy. But yeah, the Bucks. So they beat the Pacers and they beat the injured Lakers, and they lost to OKC and Golden State. Those are fine losses. Those are to some good teams. From their subreddit, does Tyrese Halliburton have the most punchable face ever? They posted that in there. There's like 100 responses to that.
I have to assume most of them are yes.
Well, a lot of people were naming other people, but yeah, the Pacers they're building real rivalries. I guess they got the Pistons, they got the Bucks, They got the Knicks actually. Yeah, they really are just Tyrese Halliburton really is like the spiritual successor to Reggie in every way.
Yeah. And that's what every time you hear someone in a documentary describe Reggie Miller, they're like, this fucking geek nerd, loser, skinny dork, literally could not lift a water bottle. He gave us 45 points. It was so frustrating.
Do you have anything on the? I have one more thing, but I think it's best if it goes last.
All I wrote down was that losing to the Warriors on the second night of a back-to-back without Steph Curry and then still losing by double digits, it is frustrating. This was not necessarily.
But Jimmy Butler's there now.
It wasn't even that good of a Jimmy game, I think.
But he's just a winner. So.
Well, I know he's just a winner, but Giannis is supposed to be a fucking winner too. Dame, that's your guy. Isn't Dame the fucking guy? Dame time? Hey, let me see this. So,
well, Jimmy famously owns Giannis.
It's true. Jimmy goes for 24 points, 10 assists on 67% true shooting, 11 of 11 at the free throw line. Yeah. And they only put up 93 points. Draymond Green. It was a tough Giannis game as a scorer. Draymond Green is not a great matchup for him.
He's now jumped to second in Defensive Player of the Year odds.
I don't hate it.
It's crazy how quick it happened.
Well, yeah, it's just because people looked around post Jimmy trade and they're like, "Damn, Draymond's been really good all year," and that's true. The Warriors' defense has been really good all season. And they have really, now they're kind of in the spotlight because of the Jimmy trade. But, yeah, I don't know. It is a testament to,
Jaren is the one who's fallen, it seems.
Yeah. I also don't hate I don't know.
He got hurt, right?
He's really good. It's crazy. I don't know how much he fouls. It does pretty seriously detract from his defensive value when it's like, hey, next 8 minutes, no rim protector. He's in foul trouble. We can't do it.
That he really we talked about what should be the new meta is just foul, attacking someone until you're fouled out. You really just go after him.
Draymond, you can't do it with though, because unless Draymond stabs you.
Draymond is allowed to. He's allowed to stab you. That's not enough.
Yeah,
it's. I don't understand how he of all people has that kind of leash.
Israel, where it's hey, do whatever you want all the time.
Guys, don't look up Draymond Israel unless you want to see him posing with a sniper. It's real. Israel. So, famous former Buck, Brandon Jennings, has been making waves in the podcast scene. He's become one of these characters. So we have Rashad McCants already, who peaked in college, and so that's his whole thing. And he's like, I was really good in college, and so it was just unfair, everything else that happened after that. No one's actually better. Brandon Jennings was the best in high school, and also his rookie year.
Hey, I was pretty good in middle school. Could I get in on this?
Did you know Brandon Jennings brought the Bucks to the playoffs as a rookie year? So don't ask about the other years though. But he's been going crazy. He was on a live stream with Lowe and Gilbert Arenas and someone else, and they were talking about Lowe was like, your draft class was stacked. You might not even go top 10. And he's like, I'm definitely going top 10. And then he started naming people he was better than. The most outlandish one was Drew Holiday. He said, he had a better career than me. I'm better than him. So it basically you might have accomplished more, but I was the better guy.
Hey, well, somebody's on a podcast with Lowe and somebody just got $120 million contract at 35. So
yeah.
Who's to say,
These Drew Holiday, and the latest thing he said was they were talking about how he was an all-star in Philly, and Brandon Jennings is like, it's because he had Doug Collins as a coach. They're like, what does that mean? And they're like, he was sending fruit baskets out with saying vote Drew Holiday or whatever.
Good. What the hell?
And he's like, he was glazing, and it's so funny that he has that memorized. That fact from 2009. But yeah, so from Brand, and so Brandon Jennings, the Bucks did go to the playoffs his rookie year. He did drop 55 in like his 7th game or whatever.
Hey,
And
shout out to
I was a big Brandon Jennings fan back then. Because
DeAndre Jordan dunked on him, right?
Brandon Knight.
Brandon Knight. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brandon Jennings, cool lefty shot chucker. And also,
right.
He'll tell you he's the reason everyone gets paid now, NIL, because he forewent to college and went to Italy instead of playing college basketball.
Hey, good for him. It's nice that he did that for everyone.
He didn't even play in Italy, and he still was the 9th pick or whatever. He'll tell you. So,
hey, that's good. I mean, I'm very happy for him.
That Bucks team that went to the playoffs, they were the 23rd ranked offense in the league and the 2nd ranked defense in the league.
Okay, well, Brandon, I mean, part of the defense. You know, it's a team can't play defense if somebody's bad.
Brandon Jennings, famously one of the worst defenders in the NBA.
Somebody's got to score, Pablo. Come on.
Someone's got to score. If he wasn't there, they might have been 25th or something crazy.
Exactly. You know how many spots there are between 23rd and 30th?
He wasn't even the leading scorer on that team. It was John Salmons.
Okay. Well, someone's got to score after that guy.
But he never shot above 50% true shooting in the playoffs. I think he shot 29% from the field one year in the playoffs.
He was a rookie. Gee.
No, that was not his rookie year.
Oh.
That was like year 7. But in a redraft, so I wrote down a lot of names. We'll see how many guys you'd take over him. So Blake Griffin. These are all from his class.
Okay. Blake Griffin versus Brand. I'd probably go Blake.
James Harden.
2 lefties, you know. It's hard. I guess, you know, in a different world, I could see the Jennings, but I'd go Harden here.
Yeah, in the heliocentric world. Freak.
James Harden is good proof of heliocentrism as a concept.
Steph, better than Brandon Jennings. So we got three no-brainers. DeRozan, no-brainer, number 4. Tyreek Evans?
Probably.
I think so, probably. Ricky Rubio?
I love Ricky Rubio. Oh, I love Ricky Rubio. God, what a tragic story. I mean, hey, I'll take him over Brandon. I'll tell you what, I'll take him over Brandon Jennings. Some of those Jazz teams, Ricky Rubio would have a cool pass every once in a while.
Drew Holiday? Yeah.
Yes.
James Johnson?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Ty Lawson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Teague?
Yeah.
Yeah. Darren Collison?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taj Gibson?
Yeah.
For sure.
The Bulls fan, for sure. Not even thinking on Taj Gibson, baby. Absolutely.
Omri Caspi.
I don't really remember that much about Mr. Caspi, but
6'10" sharpshooter. I think he had like 9 threes in a quarter one time or something.
Holy
crazy.
Shit. How many did Brandon Jennings ever have? Well, he had 55, so he probably did something cool.
I'm taking Caspi. Patrick Beverly.
Hey, I hate the guy. Pat Bev.
Danny Green.
Oh my God, Danny Green.
Patty Mills.
Yes.
And so this is like 15 guys at least. So that are considerably. Maybe some people will take Jennings over Caspi, but yeah, and there's even
like
more.
Stashing fucking Patty Mills down there, like I'm taking Patty Mills, no question.
There are more like I was like, is Gerald Henderson better than him? Maybe, I don't know. He can the numbers not very good, but man, he gets up in 2K. So it's crazy. I don't even know, like, why does Brandon Jennings have to? Who's he fooling?
I think he genuinely believes this. I don't think he's trying to fool anybody.
He's got to like, you can't be it's sad to argue high school in real life like
Yeah.
like being like, oh, you work astrophysics at NASA. You literally had a B in sophomore year. I had the A plus.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you.
When it comes to the NBA, that's even more pathetic. And it's also sad because all the players are like, you were super cool. They're like trying not to hurt his feelings. They're like, you
Yeah.
were really cool back then. I liked you a lot back then, but yeah, you didn't do it in the NBA.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It is what it is. Shout out to Brandon Jennings for, hey, if I had that much money, I would not be podcasting. That's all I could say.
I would not be in a room willingly with Gilbert Arenas and Rashad McCants.
Yeah, it's just not happening. An hour and 4. Okay. Who's after the Bucks? Le Pistons. Hey, Pistons. What'd they go this week? 2-2. They beat the Heat and the Pelicans. They lost to the Thunder and the Wizards. Cade, game winner, baby. Oh my God, literally the GOAT. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists against the Miami Heat, and the game-winning bank 3-pointer. All NBA him. That's what I wrote down. Detroit was down 8 with 11:32 left in the fourth quarter, and they closed the game on a 28-17 run. Cade scored or assisted on 10 of Detroit's final 16 points. What do you got on him?
Nothing, because we did a lot of Pistons talk already.
Yeah.
But we do have a lobbyist request. Also, Devi Poop piped in with a Knicks. Knicks.
While we were recording, this is fun. They come in live.
Yeah, it's like we're streaming.
Yeah.
Chad.
Chad, what the hell, dude? Is this real? Are you guys seeing this, Chad? And they're like just commenting 10 hours from now. I'm just, yeah.
So Devi Poop for the Knicks. If we don't make the conference finals, I hope Tibbs gets fired. I think we should replace him with a younger, modern coach like JJ Redick. How high could the ceiling for New York be with this roster in a better system? I feel like we have the firepower to hang with Boston and Cleveland. Also, finally started watching Hunter, and holy peak! And happy for Mamu, but screw that guy.
Well, now this guy gets to see how stupid the Zushi take goes, so that makes me happy.
No, he's gonna be won over by.
I would love to be able to rewatch Hunter x Hunter blind going in with that take in mind, and then be like, oh, the Zushi guy's finally here, let's see what he does,
and it's gonna be epic. Oh, and he's taking no damage.
No, that's so stupid, dude. Oh my God.
And he's not handed a potential on a
silver
plate. He
don't care about that for any other characters.
Well, with who?
It's such a stupid gimmick. Oh, he works hard. He's not. Whatever, man. I don't care.
There's different kinds of working. Like Naruto's fake working hard.
Okay, I don't care. It's an invalid argument. You're arguing the heliocentrism right now.
Oh, shoot. When you phrase it like that.
Zushi is the heliocentrism of the Hunter x Hunter universe.
No, I'm not a heretic.
Oh, my God.
Hey, guys. This is from Womp. Hey, guys. Pistons engine member here.
Oh, okay.
I saw some Floridians on X, the Everything app, saying that bank shot buzzer beaters shouldn't count. What's next? Removing the backboards? Erasing Tim Duncan from the record books? P.S. Have you dorks in Orlando come up with a name for your special interest group yet? I'm thinking The Gathering. Get it? Magic the Gathering.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Should you have to call bank for?
No.
That could be interesting. It's like in football, they have to like declare someone receiver eligible, like an offensive lineman. But I do like that name, The Gathering, for them.
Yeah. Hey, who cares? Did you call bank? I called game.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate ruling on that. I've been seeing people calling Cade Motorcade.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, Motorcade. Yeah, I liked that. And I don't have shit on the Pistons either. Newsflash. I don't got shit on the Hawks.
All right. So I have some stuff for the Atlanta Hawks if I could just find them in my Word
I mean,
document.
I have. So they went 2-2. They beat the Hornets twice. They lost to the Clippers and the Nets, and that's it. So I didn't write anything down about them.
Someone posted in their subreddit an Atlanta Hawks liquor store in Nairobi, Kenya, and they were using like the 2009 logo. It was pretty
Oh,
cool
that's
looking.
fun.
I think Nairobi has a great climate. Look up Nairobi, Kenya climate. You'll be shocked. And when you see the month to month on Google, I couldn't live there because they have scary spiders and stuff like that. And scary like
Yeah.
snakes. But
Okay.
climate wise, spectacular, I believe.
Hey, so a high of over June, high of 73, low of 57. That's not too bad.
What's the highest high there is in a month?
On the Google overview, 80 degrees in March.
Yeah. And what's the lowest low?
57 in June.
That's pretty spectacular.
Guys, exterminate all, make spiders extinct. We'll come live from Nairobi.
We'll come. Hey, wait, but maybe they don't exist at the tallest buildings, so we could get a high rise in Nairobi.
Spiders famously climb. I don't know if you knew that.
But no, not in buildings.
Have you ever seen Spider-Man?
That's the man part that climbs the buildings.
No, it's not.
Idiots.
How many men do you know that climb buildings?
Men go up top on buildings. Haven't you seen the pictures of the construction workers eating lunch?
Those guys were spiders.
No, they were men.
No, they were spider skinwalkers.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Dyson Daniels officially has more steals this season than any player in the last 15 years. I think
the
it's
vacuum. He's sucking up.
The vacuum.
Oh, the steals.
He was the barrier thief.
No, he's the vacuum.
And for the British guy, the Hoover.
The Hoover.
Bogdanovich loves the Hawks. For a lot of people say Trae Young sucks. Everyone hates Trae Young. It's the worst thing in the world to be a Trae Young teammate. Look, him and John Collins got in a fight one time. But Bogdanovich said he almost accidentally high-fived Trae after a big play during the Clippers game because he's so used to seeing his face and celebrating with him after those kinds of plays. And he also said that he will not wear number 13 again, which he wore for 2 teams in Europe before coming to the NBA and for Atlanta as a tribute to Hawks fans.
Damn. I believe it. Yeah, it seemed like he liked his time with the Hawks and everything. It's just he was not playing well for them this season, so it is what it is.
And then the Rizzler, third most games in NBA history with 20-plus points and 5+ three-point makes for a teenager. And in March, he's 14-4-1 on 65% true shooting, 42% for 3. He is playing really well. He's put together a stretch of playing pretty good basketball. And it is crazy. He is still 19. He's not going to turn 20 till April 8th, I believe. And so I really do think he has a case for Rookie of the Year. But it seems Stefan Castle is just immovable right now. But yeah, that's all I got for the Hawks.
All right. I had a tweet blow up about the Mina Kimes, Jackie Robinson thing. And
Oh, was it Shut Up, Mina?
Yeah, no, that's what it was. And so there's this guy. He's got like a Pepe the Frog, but it's also the guy drinking from SpongeBob, you know?
Oh, okay.
He hates black people. I saw his account pop up and I was like, let me see what this guy said about black people. I just searched it. It's crazy. Like, you would expect him to be like arguing maybe about black people and being like, hey, statistically here, the first thing this guy has tweeted, if you search up the word black on his account, black people fucking suck. That's the whole tweet. So, yeah, that guy didn't love the Jackie Robinson moment from Mina Kimes, believe it or not.
I swore we had one Oh, I can load more comments here. Crap, have I been... Shoot, I may have been missing some.
Hawks
Oh, I've
nutsack and hero of the
I've
Pistons.
definitely been missing some. Oh, shoot.
Fuck it. Who
Um,
cares?
all right, let's see. I'm
Little
scrolling.
insider
All right,
secret
there...
for some people: the lobbyists request. Sometimes they just pad out the episode. Sometimes we're just trying to hit. There's not a ton to say about every team, and so we just gotta have them.
Oh, we have a first-time lobby. Oh, that's a Lakers question. Jazz Wizards question. All right, here he is. Brevity pilled Delon Wright.
Caw.
Hawks have to play the Celtics first round. Can we gift this spot to the Bulls? They'd appreciate it more. I don't want to see 7 Derek White threes again. And then Lawn Boy replied to him, and he said Hawks are going to go 1-1 in the play-ins to fulfill the prophecy and be 500. I don't want either of us to. I wish.
Let me
Can
see.
we just...
Remaining strength of schedule: the Hawks have the 25th, and the Bulls have the 15th hardest. And how many games back are the Bulls now? It's got to be less than it was. They are 3.5 games back. I don't think they make up that ground.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they just have to win the. Oh, well, they would need to pass the Magic, who they're 2 games back of, and then they would need to win the 7-8 matchup.
And then missed Pistons lobbyist, first-time lobbyist, listener since the beginning. Welcome,
Welcome back to the Ballmobile, where it's like this is like a throwback episode.
Yeah, it is. It is. Pistons. I'm such a Cade believer that I named my cat after him in 2018. How are there NBA fans all over the league who still don't even know who he is? If you could trade one of the core 4 and change for a veteran to complement Cade and to add 10 wins next year,
Who the fuck
who
is
would
the
it be?
core 4? Amen, Cade, or Asar, Cade, Ivy, and Duran?
Yeah, probably Ivy, just because you know you can live without him.
Yeah. I would trade him for Paul George. Because I'm evil. And I hate the Pistons.
I'd trade him for Josh Giddey. I think you need another big playmaker. You need another... So his pass firstness will help Cade.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I'd like to give him Zubats. That'd be cool.
That'd be fun. Double big lineup.
Double big.
All right, we done with the Hawks?
I think so.
Let me see. Shoot, 116. All right, the Magic 2-2 in their last 4. Beat the Pelicans and the Cavs. Lost to the Rockets and the Wolves. Franz, in the loss to the Rockets, plus 18. What the fuck? No, you were getting ready to hate.
Yeah.
And anti-German sentiment. It's pretty sad. Wow. No, I don't even know how good he was. It's just like, this has been a fucking thing that's happened all the time this year, where they'll be down like 10 points, and I'll go check, and I'll be like, Paolo, -6, Wendell Carter -11 or whatever, just all these things, and then it's like Franz plus 14. And it's like, how the fuck does that work? Yeah. In the win over the Cavs, it was pretty based. Who played well for them? Anthony Black, I believe.
Yeah, and KCP.
Hey, shout out to those two. Anthony Black, 17, 3, 2, and 2 on 88% true shooting. 3 of 3 from three-point range, 5 of 7 from the field, and then KCP, 15 points, 3 assists on 76% true shooting. He went 3 of 5 from 3, so good game for them. And then Paolo, 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists.
So the Cavs game wasn't the most efficient game from him, but he got to the line 11 times. That's what you like to see. Franz.
11 free throws and a 45% true shooting. Yeah, it's not the most efficient game from him.
Yeah, it really is just imagine if this guy didn't take such stupid shots so often.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's like, I don't know. There's in JoJo's part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. I think I could be wrong about the part number there. There's this guy named Okuyasu, and his stand's power, it's called the hand. It's one of my favorite stands. Its left hand has the ability to scrape anything out of reality. Like it scrapes a stop sign, and all of the letters on the sign get scraped away. They're just gone. But he's so stupid. And so it's really not. It should be a way stronger power, and he doesn't use it well at all. And so maybe
Does it have a nasty sound?
I mean, not like annoying to listen to. A lot of the stands have like boom, boom, like kind of power sounds.
Franz in this game, 22 points on 19 shots, 7 turnovers.
Shit butt ass.
And yeah, then Paolo had an efficient 31 in the loss to the Rockets. In March, Paolo is 38-4 on 63% true shooting. So he's having a big month. And then also KCP in March is 11 points per game on 40% 3-point shooting. So he's feeling the playoffs. It's coming up. So he's ready to pounce back into form.
Nice.
And then a depressing stat. No Magic player has averaged 25 plus points per game after turning 25. And
Damn.
so how this season it's on pace to happen for the 8th or 9th time by someone younger than 25. I believe Paolo and Franz are both younger than 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then the list is all Shaq and Tracy McGrady. So people are built on the Magic. They don't stay on the Magic, which is sad.
If the Magic lose both Franz and Paolo, there's a curse at that point. But losing one of them, it could happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any requests from the gathering?
Let's do Control F. Magic. Nope.
Okay. Ouch. Fuck. I just pulled my headphones super hard. Okay. Well, then let's keep it pushing. Oh, my favorite team. Let's talk about these motherfuckers. Magic 121. Bulls. The Chicago Bulls. 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Kings and the Jazz. They lost to the Rockets and the Suns. They took the 9th seed from the Heat. Would you look at that? Yeah, they were down 19 points to the Sacramento Kings. They fucking put the comeback on them, baby. The Kevin Huerter revenge game. 25 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 stocks on 78% true shooting. He went 5 of 9 from 3. In the fourth quarter alone, he had 11 points and 4 assists on 110% true shooting. Red Velvet, baby. He's back. And then Kobe White, calm little 35 points, 72% true shooting. He had 31 in the second half and 16 in the fourth quarter. So, really good win for a surging Bulls team. They're really coming on at the right time.
Didn't see it.
It was good. It was good. It was fun. Oh, my God. Any requests?
I don't think so. No.
Did you actually check, or are you just being a baby?
Okay. Yeah, no.
All right. Well, that's what you guys get for waking up late in the Windy City.
You guys got to be up and grinding.
Yeah, it's early morning, you know? You got to be up listening to talk radio.
Yeah, Howard Stern.
Howard Stern? More like Howard Lenient. How's that?
Okay.
And he's like, what does Howard Stern even do?
He used to be like, how are that girl's boobs? Are they the biggest boobs in the world? Yeah.
Howard
Do you
Stern,
ever have sex with their boobs?
He brings the girls on. He brings very beautiful women on. And he goes, what's the last book you read? That's Howard Lenient.
But he would do that. He'd be like to humiliate him. Like,
oh,
pretty girl like you doesn't read books. All you do.
Well,
is
no, Howard Lenient brings him on, and he's like, "Oh, that's a really interesting book. I've read that too, and then they kind of discuss it. It's very genuine. You know, he respects them.
He's interesting because he was like in the 90s. That was his whole thing. It was like the raunchiness,
It was like the state of the league of the radio.
100% raunchiness. Just like the douchiest conversations you could possibly imagine. And now he's like super libbed up.
Oh, I thought he was conservative.
Now he's a major lib. Like, do
Who am I
not talk
thinking
bad
of?
about Kamala.
Oh, I was thinking of Bill Maher. Well, that's such a Jesus Christ. If I'm ever like, don't talk bad about. If I don't care how old I get. If I start like, what a fucking transition to go from like edgy guy to Kamala defender. Oh, that's tough. Okay. The Heat. You want to do the Heat?
Yeah.
You want to talk about what a transition? Aye. Transition into mediocrity. They're 0-4. They lost to the Pistons, the Knicks, the Grizzlies, the Celtics. They are on a 9-game losing streak and are just 5-17 over their last 22 games. It was a terrible clutch game against the Pistons. Like I said, they were up 8 early in the fourth, and they just fucking smoked it away with bad offense the entire time. Yeah, they suck. They suck, and it doesn't seem like they want to be in the play-in, and even if they get in the play-in, it doesn't seem like they're really going to do all that much.
They should be, and I don't think they're tanking. I think they're just bad.
No, I agree. They're bad. Yeah.
And they should. It's more advantageous for them to make the playoffs this year and keep the pick next year. But I guess they're just that bad. Not good for the Bulls, I'll tell you that much. Pat Riley is officially 80 years old.
Holy shit! I thought he was way older than that.
He's only 3 years younger than Bernie. Who will die first?
Gotta be Pat. You can't be that like it's just a height thing. People who are tall die sooner.
Well, wait, aren't they similar height? Bernie's like 6'3".
Pat Riley's huge.
How tall is it? Wasn't he a guard?
Let me see this. Maybe I'm thinking of Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson is huge. Phil Jackson was like a wing.
Pat Riley is 6'4". Okay, so that's not that big. Bernie Sanders.
I think Bernie's listed at 6'2".
He's 6 foot even. That's what he's listed at. So it's not that big of a difference. I'll still go Pat Riley just because I can't imagine he was, back in his prime. He was probably knocking a few back, living it up at championship parades, all that kind of shit.
I don't know, because there's stories about him like when he went on his honeymoon. His wife drove, and he had to run next to the car everywhere. So he's always been like Mr. Fitness, Mr. Rise and Grind Fitness.
Hey, whatever.
Probably healthier than Bernie, I would say. But I think Pat will live longer because he's more evil, and evil people tend to live longer.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. I don't know. That's not fair.
But Hero has been a little stinky after he started the season as like Steph Curry. He's been bad the past 2 months, and they're going to have to make a decision because they can offer him an extension on October 1st, $150 million extension. Which
for how many years?
3. And so he'd be paid $46 million, $50 million, and $54 million.
They're gonna
How do you feel
it.
about those numbers for
I don't
Tyler
like it,
Hero?
but they're gonna do it.
You don't really have an option, and
you have an option if you don't want. If you understand that tanking's probably the move, and this team is not gonna do anything. But if you're the team that never rebuilds, then yeah, give him $50 million.
Yeah, but like, I think you could probably flip Tyler Hero on that contract still, right?
Maybe
if he's playing like he was earlier in the season.
I mean, could you flip Jordan Poole's contract?
How much is he making? And I don't know if he's as good. Tyler Hero was like above 60%.
True shooting?
Yeah, and then like 25-ish or no?
He was at 23 points per game. So Poole on the season, first of all, because you're an idiot. 58% true shooting. That's not ideal. But it's the Wizards. He doesn't have a fucking Bam next to him. And then Poole's contract. Let me see this. 4 years, $128 million. This year he's making 29 mil. Then he's making 31. Then he's making 34. Could you flip it?
I don't. It's hard now because I'm me specifically. I'm such a doomer for this archetype, so I wouldn't. But I don't know if someone else
would you flip? Would you flip heroes? Someone
again,
puts Tyler Hero at $50 million. They put Tyler Hero on the table in front of you. Are you taking it?
Well, 50 mil in 2027-28, I think.
Okay, well, 45 mil next year. Jeez. It's so insane in real time to be silver lining Tyler Hero at $50 million and then being like, I just don't know about Jordan Poole. It's so insane to do that.
I think he was a level up from Jordan Poole.
I really don't think the gap was that big. I'm fine if you want to say Hero is like better, but there was a big portion of the season where Jordan Poole was essentially like 21, 22 points per game on incredible 3-point shooting and like really solid efficiency in a much worse offensive context.
Yeah, I just trust Hero's
That's fine.
movement shooting more. I think it's more dynamic for an offense.
I don't know. Jordan Poole off the ball, he does some crazy shit, dude. But hey, I just watched him smoke the Nuggets, so maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
Oh yeah. Here, let's see. Let me pull up his month by month stats. What was Jordan Poole's best month this year?
I would assume comparable to here. I just don't feel like there's $20 million worth of difference between the two.
Well, what would you pay more for Jordan Poole right now?
More than he's currently being paid, or more than I would pay for Tyler Hero?
More than he's currently being paid.
I mean, not that much more, but I don't know. I think he's probably slightly overpaid at this point. But I also think that, like, contextualizing it with the conversations from, like, a year and a half ago where he's, like, the worst contract or the worst player in the league getting $30 million, that's wrong. I think the overpay it's significant, but it's not, like, going to ruin my fucking life. And I think if you're a team that's, like, competitive and you're looking around for an archetype like that to push you forward, you're probably more comfortable. I would be more comfortable with Poole's 30 mil than with Tyler Hero's 50 mil.
So his best month has been December. It was 20 for Jordan Poole. 22, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. And Tyler Hero's best month, he had 3 straight of where he was at 24, actually 4. He was at 24 points per game on 64% true shooting was the highest he peaked at 6 and 5. So I think
Duncan Robinson would change Jordan Poole's life.
I also think about, like, I think Levine is better than both these guys.
I think that's fair. And I don't want to shit on, like,
and
Tyler Hero, very good season, and I would say better season than Jordan Poole. I just don't, like, the 20 mil is where you lose me. But Levine, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Right now, I feel like this, you got to sign him to this because you have nothing else, and you could probably get something for it. But maybe as it gets closer, that changes.
I would also,
contracts in the future are always iffy.
This archetype, we're talking about like advanced naval warships today, like aircraft carriers, and we're like, hey, you guys do you want a cannon to put onto this? Do you want, like, a pirate cannon to put onto this ship? That's how I feel about these archetypes. It's just like, it does something for sure, but
yeah,
it's still a price point that's like pretty debilitating. However, like if I look at like the Suns, they would love to have Jordan Poole instead of, I mean, obviously Bradley Beal, but
Would you pay this if you're the Magic for him
for Poole?
or for Hero? Would that change your life?
No. No, I would not. Just because I feel like you can find similar offensive contribution at like a better price point than that. If you're Miami and it's like this or nothing, that's one thing. But if you're Orlando and you're like, it's this or the field, like any other option, I probably would look elsewhere.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, if you pay that and then it impacts your ability to, like, pay Jalen Suggs or something, that would kill me. That would be so frustrating.
And I think that's all we got. I think
All right.
there's no
That was the
lobby.
Heat.
Miami.
All right. What are we at? 134. The Raptors. The Toronto Raptors are 1-3. They beat the Jazz. They lost to the Warriors, Suns, and the Blazers. Scotty Barnes, pretty strong game against the Warriors, even though they end up losing. I would say it was Scotty's best game in a while that I've tuned into. He finished with, let me see. It's loading. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists on 74% true shooting. 11 of 16 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and then 6 of 8 from the free throw line. So Draymond and Jimmy Butler, pretty good pair of defenders to like throw at Scotty, and he still played well. It's good. It's a promising game, but I mean, I don't know. Shit week for a shit team that's just kind of in this weird spot.
CRJ Enjoyer says, Raptors, hello tall one and average height one. Thank you. Currently facing an ethical dilemma with the current trade war going on between Canada and the U.S. Should I continue to give my hard-earned Canadian dollars to the State of the League podcast that props up the U.S. economy? Will the State of the League impose tariffs as they do pull the strings of the global economy? Much to think about. Anyways, if you glaze Jamal Shed and I think he meant name one. Oh, I'm coughing. Name one Canadian artist you like. I will abandon my morals immediately. What should the Raptors do if they get picked 6 through 10 in the draft? Likely we're in hell. Thanks. Please be nice to Canadians.
Okay, so that's a lot to break down. First of all,
let's do the artists first. Who are Canadian music artists? I'm not a Drake guy.
I'm not a Drake guy. Bieber is up there.
I think Bieber has peaked.
Let me Google this real quick.
He put out a really good album like 2016, and then it was like,
I haven't listened to shit since Baby.
Is Kid Rock Canadian?
Oh shit! Gordon Lightfoot is Canadian.
Avril Lavigne.
Damn, y'all got some bangers. The band is Canadian. The people who sing The Wait. Neil Young is Canadian. Joni Mitchell. All right, we got some
Bublé.
Hey, we got some bangers here.
Oh,
dude.
The Bare Naked Ladies. You know the Bare Naked Ladies are like a huge deal in Canada.
China, the Chinese.
They're like way bigger. Oh, Carly Rae Jepsen, the Queen of Pop. Shawn Mendes.
Okay.
Daniel Caesar's Canadian.
I'm on Rolling Stone now. I'm just scrolling through the 50 best. Let me go all the way to the bottom real quick. Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. You have.
But I'll say Avril Lavigne because she rocks harder than anybody alive.
I was listening to some Avril Lavigne the other day. Oh, I sang it at karaoke. I sang Complicated. It was good. My shit's not loading anymore. So I just don't get to know.
Will we do they impose tariffs on
podcasts?
On digital goods?
Well, Apple does, so I think that might be what you're seeing. Is you subscribed on the fucking iPhone, and you're like, the tariffs are hitting. It's like, no.
Someone signed up, and it's like $15.
I saw that. Whoever paid $15 to fucking what did you do?
Was it US? I don't know.
I swear
it's gotta be something else, right?
What did you pay? Like, what did you get? We don't have a tier like that.
You're paying like $6 million.
Oh, The Weeknd is Canadian. I like some of The Weeknd songs. Okay, Leonard Cohen. Oh,
And there's
Rush. I love the band Rush. They got some fucking bangers, dude.
one guy's paying like 50 Swedish kroner.
50 Swedish Kluner.
But yeah, you should because the thing is, you can't if you stop listening to American, we're innocent American citizens, so
Yeah.
you need to we're the oppressed, so
Yeah,
you need to
yeah.
hear
So
our
if you
stories.
ignore us, then by extension you are siding with the oppressors.
Yeah. And yeah, Jamal Shed that game when should have counted. Let it go through.
Nah. But take him out behind the shed. That's what I'm saying. Oh, can you hear me?
We had a lag for a minute. I think it's catching up right now. But
Okay.
as for who should they pick in the draft between 6 and 10, it's hard to. So what kind of player would complement their abundance of wings?
I don't know.
So
It's
let's say
almost the other side of the argument about positionless basketball, where it's like, hey, if everyone's like 6'8" to 6'10", I get it. But if you just have like 3 6'8" to 6'10" players, then having like a really immobile big or having like a guard that you have to hide on defense, then it becomes more difficult. So I don't know. I think a healthy season from Quickly would be based, but as far as like the draft goes, maybe come on.
if he's there, yeah, you don't really have a center of the future. But yeah, and then the rest of the options are guys. It's the problem is this draft is a lot of really talented like shooters, but you've spent back-to-back drafts getting Dick and getting what's his face, Jacoby Walter.
We
So
already
I don't know
got
if it's
fucking yeah.
I don't know if it's smart to go down that route again. Like Con Knipple is Grady Dick, like he's not a higher level. I don't know if he's a higher level guy than Grady Dick. Jeremiah Fears might be interesting as heavy rim pressure, like really talented passer guy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll have much
Sounds
more
like a
concrete
scaredy cat
takes.
to me.
God, you're an idiot. He has the most aura in the world.
How many fears does he have?
0.
Cool.
I'll have a bet. I'll have a way better because we're not that far away from the lottery, right? It happens in the second round every year.
I believe so. Yes.
I wish they moved it up. But yeah, I'll have a much better idea by then.
I'll have a better idea after Pablo tells me what to think. So yeah. All right, let me do this. The Raptors, done with the damn Raptors, boy. 142. The Nets, the Brooklyn fucking Nets, baby. 1-3 in their last 4. They beat the Hawks, lost to the Pacers, and then the Celtics twice. I did not write anything down about them.
Okay, so I think we have no Brooklyn, and I should mention, guys, we had to record earlier today, so that's why we couldn't wait for
That's why all of this is happening, including the technology stuff. Pablo's microphone just hasn't woken up yet. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's used to way later. It doesn't work yet. For the Nets, Brian Lewis, via the NY Post, said a week after setting their Barclays attendance record, the Brooklyn Nets surpassed the Kansas City Chiefs to become the #1 American pro team in overall TikTok likes, 151.8 mil.
They do be posting stupid shit on TikTok.
Yeah, they're very in touch with everything. Cam Thomas is out for the year. I don't know if we talked about the Nets since that was announced, but he is. And then over the last 8 seasons, no team in the NBA has more wins, and the number is 20, or a higher win-loss percentage, 0.741, against the Atlanta Hawks than the Nets. The Nets own the Hawks. Suck it.
Suck it, Atlanta. Any lobbyist requests?
No.
Any other stuff about Brooklyn?
No.
Okay. I'll timestamp that hoe too. 143. The 76ers 1-3 since we last talked. They beat the Mavs. They lost to the Thunder, the Rockets, the Pacers. Quentin Grimes. Seems like he should be an Australian. It's an Australian name. He's hooping. 28 points, 28 and a half points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on 64% true shooting over the last 8 games, I believe. He's shooting 41% from 3 on 8 attempts a game. He went for 46 in the overtime loss to the Rockets. This guy's crazy.
Yeah. I think
and
the Rockets announcer said he's like the best player to have played there this season or something like that, or like a top 3 player.
I mean, I don't know. It's not insane, I guess.
He's been going a little too nuts for a while now. So how much of a believer are you?
100%. It's the real. It's real.
He's a restricted free agent.
Yeah. Earth is the center of the universe, and March basketball is true.
How high of an offer do you match?
Oh, $20 million.
A year?
Yeah.
They so the Nets are the only team right now that's projected to have cap space. So should they offer him a big bag?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? I really don't think you could lose that much on like I do think he's genuinely good.
Yeah.
So and then the Philly Voice said a 4-year offer sheet worth upwards of 80 million, and that's 20 million a year, might be what it takes for the Sixers to have any reaction other than matching the deal without a second thought. So really the Nets could try and screw the Sixers here by offering more. And it'd be just like forcing them into the luxury tax even more. So would you do that? Would you do like 25 mil for Quentin Grimes just to screw over the Sixers?
Yeah.
If you're the Nets, because you're not gonna. I think I wouldn't. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world at all. So Quentin Grimes is very interesting because he actually was a super duper highly rated high school player. And if you go back to when Mike Schmitz was doing the pre-draft videos for ESPN in like 2018, I think it was the Luka class. I think that's what Grimes was originally part of. He was one of the preseason scouting reports he did because he was expected to be like top 5, top 10 pick and like a big time huge point guard recruit. He went to Kansas, was not good his freshman year, and spent his next, I forget when he ended up coming up, but by the end of his college career, he rebuilt himself into a role player, just like a 3-and-D guy at Houston. And then he came into the league. He was that for the Knicks, and he was good. And then now he's back to kind of cooking. So I wonder if there's any of this could be real, and they were right about his high school ranking. But if this is legit at all, like let's say not 29 points per game, but like 20.
Okay.
Which team feels the worst for losing him? The Knicks, the Pistons, the Mavericks, and let's say if Philly lost him to the Nets. Philly.
I would say the Pistons. I mean, the Mavericks is easy because it's just like another piece of poop on this giant pile of shit that this season has been. But like, I don't know. Is he changing your life if you're just like watching? Although I guess if you're thinking about like Kyrie and Anthony Davis and trying to surround them with talent, having a guy who could shoot like that playing off of them would be pretty based. So yeah, the Mavs feel terrible. It's just like, I don't know, the Pistons, I would love to see them have this caliber of just like it's like having like maybe this level of Malik Beasley shooter, but in line with your young core.
And he could play defense.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks would feel pretty bad because they gave him up for Bogdanovich.
Oh, that sucks. I forgot about that. I don't know. I'm thinking if I'm the Knicks, Deuce McBride has been good enough where I'm like, hey, the process was good. Like the fact that we wound up here and Quentin Grimes is balling out, it is what it is. It's annoying, but the thought process of like moving on from him and siding with Grimes and everything, it's fine. I'm not gonna kill myself over that.
I think Detroit, he didn't show anything. Dallas, I don't know how much he showed over the course of the year. New York, he was like legitimately good for them off the bat. It is crazy.
Was he not that good? How many games did he play in Detroit?
Very few. He like got injured pretty quickly. It's kind of crazy.
He played 6 games in Detroit. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they had him quickly. Deuce.
It's a fair amount of hits. It's a fair amount of hits to wind up with like this level of bench talent now.
Could they have gotten? And they got OG for who? Oh, for Quickly. Okay. Yeah, so they couldn't have kept everything.
Yeah, but if you look at in New York, 11 points on 39% from 3, 6 attempts a game. You could definitely get a better than Bogdanovich player than that. And if Bogdanovich was the level of guy he was in Detroit offensively, you're okay with it ish. But the second they made that trade, it was like, yo, Bogdanovich is ancient. Like, even if you're getting this production, it's going to be for a year, maybe 2 years. And so, yeah, in retrospect, you would just rather take a swing on a guy who has better longevity with your timeline.
Yeah. So I do want to believe Quentin Grimes will be good. And if he is good at all, I think the NBA would be better if the Sixers team was fully healthy next year and they had like whatever good Paul George looks like, and then Embiid with a working knee, and then McCain, Maxey, Grimes. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. And then only other thing I have is Paul Reed. Did you see he quoted a tweet about like the Sixers losing a bunch?
No.
And he's like, they thought I was the problem. Everyone's like, I don't think no
one said that.
No one said that, and like this whole team is injured.
And he was also a fan favorite. I swear to God, like a lot of people liked it's B-ball Paul. That was his whole thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. He's like Michael Jordan, I guess. He
hallucinating motivation.
Yeah. So we have a few lobbyist requests for them. Zeke Ashby said 76 have her here. And then a cat emoji.
Nice.
If Philly do magically end up with a top pick, how good would a Cooper Flag or VJ Edgecombe, J-Mac, and Maxey team be? Is that a top 4 seed in a crappy East? So let's say Cooper Flag, because VJ Edgecombe might not be good right away. Cooper Flag, J-Mac, and Maxey. It's interesting, but I don't think top 4 seed. Unless, like, assuming no Embiid and no Paul George, I don't know. If you get one of them.
I don't think it's... Are we talking next year, a top 4 seed?
Yeah, it would have to be Embiid.
Fuck no.
Top 4 seed.
Yeah, it's not happening next year. If you want to be realistic and you want to be like top 7... they snag like a high play-in spot, maybe, but that would be crazy. Yeah, but even then, like having that team, navigating the Paul George Embiid contracts are gonna be so. I saw a good trade package where it's like with the last draft capital they have. Philly ships Paul George to Washington for Chris Middleton and and Rashawn Holmes, and it was like, hey, I don't know if Paul George really sucks ass like that. I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Jarl Marks says, Sixers sad face. Is Quentin Grimes too good for this team? I'd like for us to hold on to him, but the way he's playing, I don't know if we're going to want to pay him what another team with more cap space can offer. We just talked about it, idiot. But
listen up.
it seems like you only have to worry about the Knicks or the Nets. So we'll see what
If the
those.
Sixers pay him, he'll also stop being good.
Oh, true. He'll explode as well.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what that mischievous New Zealander Sean Max does.
Shawnee Mac. That's what they call him. Good laugh there. Just the bit.
I was reading.
All right. Keep me. How many fucking Philly fans are in here? Damn.
That was it.
Okay, cool. Let's keep it. Or wait.
There were two. It's like,
jeez. Okay. The Hornets. I just saw someone comment the Hornets one.
Yeah.
What are we at? 154. Okay, the Hornets are 2-2 in their last 4. They beat the Knicks and the Spurs. They lost to the Clippers and the Hawks. LaMelo, pretty good game against the Knicks. He went for 11, 4, and 3 in the fourth quarter to lead them to the win against the Hornets. Got the dub, baby. Buzz.
Charlotte, according to Mark Stein, may revisit the Mark Williams trade in the offseason. They might go through with it.
I mean, that doesn't. I don't mind it. He had 19 and 14. Outplayed Karl Anthony Towns. Not really, but.
Booyah! Finals preview next year. Mark Williams versus Cat. Yep, we got a request from T-Pole from the Hornets. Buzz, greetings from the high.
Nice.
Nurkic seems weirdly happy to be here, even if he is sometimes based. This makes me uncomfortable. Maybe it means we at least have a better situation than the Suns. I did delight in watching Cody Martin, Nick Richards' actions in Phoenix. Ha 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 ha. Please gas up Nick Smith Jr. Thanks, Buzz.
The fuck has Nick Smith Jr. been up to? Let's find out.
I think he had like 22 the other night or something. Was it against the Knicks? It might have been. Yeah, he's another guy, highly ranked recruit. He has potential to be a Jordan Poole. Ooh. That's what I always thought he was.
So you fucking hate him, and you would rather have $1 billion Tyler Hero over him.
Well, relative to Tyler Hero.
Okay, he had 26 against the Spurs.
Oh yeah.
On 6 of 7 from 3 and 9 of 12 overall.
You can't teach that.
Can't teach that.
Buzz.
All right, I'm done with them. 156. The Washington Wizards. They out-tank the Jazz. So hold on, let me see this shit. Motherfucking goddamn. 2-2 in their last 4, beat the Pistons and the Nuggets, lost to the Blazers and the Jazz. How many threes did Walker Kessler take in this Jazz game? I want to find this shit out real quick.
I have no clue.
You weren't watching? What about Ice Bryce? Didn't he play well?
Oh, is that he did play well, but I didn't watch it.
Hey, 17 points, 77% true shooting. Oh my god. Yeah, Walker Kessler took 6 threes in this game. And so Wizards Twitter was on my timeline being like, they think they can out-tank us just by having their big guy take a couple of threes. We got something for your bitch ass. Yeah, Alex Sarr though. He's making the leap. Last 4 games, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 stocks, 63% true shooting, 47% from 3 on 8 attempts a game. He had a career-high 34 points against the Nuggets, and everyone said, Jokic is fat and bad at defense. What a sloppy loser. But then he followed it up with 20 points against Donovan Clingan and 22 against Walker Kessler. And nobody called those guys fat, sloppy losers. They're some of the best rim protectors in the entire league. And so it's like, wow, maybe Alex Sarr is just that good now.
Alex Sarr? Canon. These games.
All the bad ones? Fake.
Yeah, he's learning. Come on.
He's raw. He's literally 19, dude.
He's learning English still.
He's learning English. And Salon has a bad game, and we're like, oh, ew.
But he didn't pretend to. Remember, he told us he was going to bring his smile. That was his best trait.
Alex Sarr's best trait is his defense. Do we have any Wizards requests?
No.
Okay, let me hit Tankathon real quick. I'll do one spin for us. Sim the fucking lottery, baby. Who gets one? The Brooklyn fucking Nets. Cooper Flag, one overall to the Brooklyn Nets.
He'd look cool in the jersey.
Dylan Harper, number 2 to the Raptors. Ace
He'd
Bailey.
look good in that jersey.
Ace Bailey, number 3 to the 76ers.
Doesn't look that great in the jersey, but I mean he fits around Joel Embiid with a working knee.
VJ Edgecombe, 4th to the Rockets.
That'd be crazy. He's basically another Thompson twin.
You get 3 Thompson twins. And then 5th is Kasparas Jakuchonis to the Washington Wizards.
Boring.
What does he do? Let me see.
He's like 6'5" guard, but he's more of an off guard, like a hybrid.
Bring me the demon.
Oh, Igor?
Yeah. Nah, just kidding. At 4, no. But they do have a Grizzlies first rounder, so maybe with that one. Okay. Well, good talk. Hopefully tomorrow the microphone works and everything. But if not, go fuck yourself,
Yeah. You specifically, Josh Lerman.
Okay, everybody comment next to the word that we already made you comment and all of the other stuff we said. Comment, Josh Lerman, F you.
F you, Josh Lerman.
F you, Josh Lerman. All right, David Robinson, take it away.
Basketball is an endurance race. Whoever's got something left to give in the fourth quarter wins. Up tempo means I'm going to run you into the ground.